Hello boys and girls, I'm Miss Susan. Welcome to Arts and Crafts at the Library. Today we're going to be making pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. And I've used a paper plate and some paint, some construction paper, and some little cotton balls. You'll need glue and your paintbrush and a stapler. So let's get started. I'm going to bring over my paint and my scissors and my paper plate. So to start out, I'm going to just turn my paper plate from a circle to a triangle to make it look like a slice of pie. So cutting one side a little bit and then a little bit off the other side will leave you with a nice wedge of the paper plate. And then you'll want to paint it. So I've got one already painted that I'll show you how to decorate in a minute, just because this will need time to dry. But I'm going to go ahead and paint this orange. And if you don't have paint, you could use markers or crayons, anything you have to turn it into an orange piece of pumpkin pie. And of course, whipped cream is always good on pumpkin pie. So hopefully you have some cotton balls around the house. But if you don't have to have whipped cream with your pumpkin pie. Some people eat it plain. Alright, so that's ready to spend a little time drying. I've painted the whole thing. So I'm going to set it over there to dry. And I do have my other one that I painted a little bit ago. So I'll take you on to the next step. Now if you have some light brown construction paper that looks a little bit like pie crust, that'll be good. If not, you could take some white paper and a light brown colored pencil or crayon and just color it and then cut it into little squares like I'm going to do now. I'm going to cut a strip off of the edge. And then I'm just going to cut it into little rectangles, and those I will staple on to the edge of my piece of pie. So there we go, just holding it where it sticks up off of the edge of the paper plate, and one little staple works. You may need to ask Mom and Dad if it's okay to use the stapler. They may help you if you need it. You may have to put the paper plate down flat and then just slide the stapler on like that and put a little pressure. That might make it easier to maneuver your stapler. And I'm just putting these pieces of paper together, but if you want to leave a little space in between once in a while, I think that makes it look cute. So I'm almost done. I might need to cut one or two more pieces just to finish off. Oh, I've got some already cut over here. One more. Use a little skinnier one. There we go. And that'll do it for the crust. And now it's time to glue on the whipped cream. So I'll probably use, 4 or 5 cotton balls, and I'm going to use my glue and just make a circle right here in the middle. Not so that it's real drippy, but just enough to hold it together. And I'll place my cotton balls around, and then I kind of like to build them up a little bit higher. So I'm going to put some glue right on top of my mound of cotton balls and stick another one right there on top. I think that is so cute. Makes me want to eat some pumpkin pie. So now I'm going to show you some books without getting them on my paper here that's got paint. Some books we have here at the library with recipes that you can use for cooking at home. Here's Holiday Cooking for Kids, Thanksgiving Sweets and Treats by Ronnie Randall, and it's got pumpkin pie right on the front. So that's one you can come get. Here's Raggedy Ann's Tea Party book by Elizabeth Silva, and this is a great book because it tells how Raggedy Ann was found and rescued in the attic by her little friend Marcella, and then she learns all kinds of things about how to put on a great tea party from her friend Marcella, and pretty soon she's having tea parties with all the other toys in Marcella's room. You can learn some good recipes and tips on how to throw a great tea party at your house from Raggedy Ann's Tea Party book. Here's the Colonial Cookbook, and this one's by Robbie Coleman, and it gives you some traditional recipes that were actually used at the first Thanksgiving. It even has a recipe for hasty pudding, which I've never had, and I thought I might take this home and try it. That's in the book Yankee Doodle, or the song Yankee Doodle. They talk about hasty pudding, and now you can learn how to make your own hasty pudding. It's got all kinds of great illustrations showing what life was like and what kind of tools they used in their kitchen back during the colonial period. Here's how their houses looked, the kitchens, and even shows what kind of things they grew. And here they got some sheep. You know, they had to make their own clothing. They used sheep's wool. And here she's putting bread into the oven, right into the wall that had fire burning. So they had a wood burning oven back then. Anyway, here's Usborne Cooking School Vegetarian Cooking for Beginners. This is great. It's got all kinds of recipes that just use vegetables. The Cool Raw Food Recipes by Nancy Tuminelli. And this is a lot of smoothies and cold recipes that don't require heat or the oven. A lot of chopping and blending. All About Food, Vegetables, and Herbs by Cecilia Fitzsimmons. And this tells you how to grow your own herbs and all kinds of things you can make with them. Recipes for dips and snacks. And it gives you all kinds of tips on not only how to grow them, but how to use the herbs, and a lot of healthy ideas for foods you can make with herbs. Cool French Cooking, Fun and Tasty Recipes for Kids by Lisa Wagner. And this is great because it tells you about some recipes that they make in a foreign country, in France. And Banana Split Pizza and Other Snack Recipes by Heather Schwartz. This has a lot of really healthy snacks and all kinds of interesting recipes. Here's a pizza made with bananas and strawberries. So come to the library and check out a cookbook, and maybe you can make your own pumpkin pie. Thanks for joining me, and happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.